I've gone through there's a patch for that. There's a patch for that, but the infection will not let me have it. By infection, I mean my shit has been infected by a Trojan created out of an NSA thing that created and used backdoors. Basically a glorified hacker tool. Actually, it kind of is a hacker tool. Definition of a hacker tool, really. Okay. I never use other ways to restart my computer. Oh, I hate Windows 8. It makes me feel stupid. On the bright side, I may not actually have to... Well, I don't even think factory resetting would even help. Because it gets into your core processes. And Microsoft is constantly trying to make things save those processes so that they can, continue to spy on your ass and make it harder to get rid of stuff. I'm tempting this. Alright, let's F8 it. I fucking hate this. I'm hoping that the fact I haven't updated in a while is actually my saving grace. It's probably been it's been a while. Like, if I told any other computer geeks that I had waited this long, this would be like blasphemy. Come on, F8 me. F8 me. You will work. I'm just going to spam the F8 button. The thing about published workarounds, though, is whenever you're dealing with someone who's using something that... No! I fucking hate you. I'm just going to crash the fucker. I know it'll work this way. But it doesn't always work whenever you're going from restart. Come on. Don't just black screen me. I need to start this fucker in safe mode. Would you stop fucking... I will fucking crash you. It wouldn't surprise me if they put something in there that stopped you. But it won't let me download any of the stuff to stop it. I can't download the patch, which is a year old. I cannot even search for an update that may have a patch. Okay. Oh, okay. Didn't load correctly. See advanced repair options. No shit, I crashed it. Why are you only now realizing this? Who fucking programs these things? Oh, it's so bright. If your PC isn't running well, you can refresh it without losing your files. Cats! Automatic restore points. What day is it? Exact date. I'll see if I can, but I'll worry about that after I get this taken care of. Like, don't ask me that while I'm dealing with this. Scan for affected programs. Fine. Those would be affected. Next. Chrome will be affected. I didn't even update that fucker. Which means, yes, do a system restore. So, I'm hoping that this still works. Anyway, I have to do a system restore, and then I need to manually go through. The fuck? Did not completely successful. Your computers were not changed. You fucker. This is XP, we'd already be done by now. Even not on internet, it is blocking me from making changes to my computer. Get me. Now it's blue screening me. Why will you not work, F8? I don't even use Chrome unless I'm going on Shutterfly. Stop signing me in anyway! The really fucked up thing is that I'm supposed to have to click this, and it's just automatically booting into my computer. And it's... Oh wow, it corrupted my background. My background is literally just the sample pictures because they're flowers and they're not painful memories or anything. It will not let me start it in safe mode. At the very least, MZSoft is stopping some of its behaviors. Behavior blocker, suspicious behavior, crypto malware. Service Hope app updater terminated by rule. And I'm seeing this multiple times on here. Apparently, Sweet Labs is blocked. What the hell is Sweet Labs? Service Hope app, EXE, platform, app platform. User did not decide no further. Yes, it's high risk. Fucking scan it again. I want the fucker gone. There's all this stuff that claims that it can take it out of your system. Clearly not MZSoft. But also, I recognize that most of it is bullshit anyway. I haven't actually seen anything legit claim that it can just take it out. Like magic. Give me something that I can work with here. do have this 64-bit. Wow. This computer's older than I thought it was. 2013. So, yeah. It's like 5 years old. No. No. Why are you asking me for permissions to do changes to the system? I'm not letting that happen. Disable this. Naturally, my reaction to this is to disable all connections to the outside for my computer. If you know anything about computers, there's this rule. It's a rule I grew up with. Everything is always connected. So you also want to disable your network connections. Fucking shit. Can't do any of this until I can get it to restart. I need an alternate way to get in there. Highlights the control panel. No. Task. No. I fucking hate these fuckers. I'm still dealing with that fucking worm on Chris's computer that my grandfather gave me. Don't tell me it's healthy. I know it's not healthy. Not healthy. I'm not stupid enough to believe this. God damn it. When F8 isn't working. I don't even normally use shortcuts, so I don't even know if there's even another one. There probably could be, and I wouldn't know about it because I never use it. Fuck. I hope it didn't, download any worms or anything with it. I know MZSoft doesn't get everything, but it gets more than anybody else. I know that they don't get everything, because I grew up with computers and my grandfather taught me the signs for certain things. I'm not a script kiddie though, so I know all this theory that script kiddies are supposed to follow, but I'm not. So it's weird. And then all the jargon that gets updated, mine doesn't. It just kind of stays with, oh, I can do this. Let me try this. Why is it not shutting down? This is not good. Stop trying to prevent my shit from shutting down. Okay. This doesn't work this time. I know a way to get into it now. Sort of. Into at least an internal process of some sort. I need to get in here and manually remove every fucking piece. And then I need to install this. Fuck you. I got hit with something that infects my computer down to... Okay, restart, get to just enough far in. I need to crash to at just the right spot for this to work. Yes! Come on. Yes! Oh, the big, bright blue screen of death. Ah! What's really bad is that I still don't know Windows 8 very well in this respect, as far as going into the system stuff. Using USB drive, network connection. I fucking hate you. Just get me to the F8 stuff. Oh! This is not the F8 stuff. The F8 stuff is a black screen. Even on this, it's a black screen. Why do you not work, F8? Why? Fuck. So I'm on my own, since I can't download any tools to help me with this. MZSoft doesn't have something that stops it, that's for damn sure. And all of the fixes are old. So, yeah. And all this happened because I was looking up how to, convert docx files. It's still not letting me. I'm just going through an eternal revolving door of stuff, and it's not letting me go to the F8 options. I cannot even start this thing in safe mode. I am completely locked out of being able to start this thing in safe mode. So, whatever asshole decided to... I'm guessing that somebody tried to revamp this to be effective again. And, it has a weird effect on my system because I haven't updated in a while. Either that, or it's set for something and I have an update that it didn't account for or something. Any number of things can happen. Clearly, I didn't have the patch that's supposed to prevent it. I'm going to attempt the ultimate fuck me here. Hopefully I will be able to factor, fuck me. Fully clean the drive. I am not playing. Just clean it. I don't know if this will work. Because it affects core files. And stuff that digs into your system files can be harder than this. So after I do this, I will still have to do a sweep. But if you can, keep your system updated, but also know your operating system, and probably also know your hardware. One of the reasons I did not is because my hardware could not take it. My hardware is a crappy Acer, and it is a 5-year-old hunk of junk, okay? It was a hunk of junk whenever I got it for like $200. Yeah, that's an expensive hunk of junk. But if you know how much computers run, yeah. No, wait, I think it was like $99. I'll have to ask Gene. He would know where to find the receipt to check. Because he was the one that said, hey, honey, they've got this laptop at Walmart. And I was stuck using a tablet. Well, actually, my tablet had just been bricked, so we made the decision. Or he did. He was just like, you need this, because you need this. He knows me so well. I need to go plug this in, and I guess hope that this works. I'm going to have to redo everything on my computer. This is going to suck balls. But if I can save it, I will. I cannot afford to get another computer. And this thing is my lifeline. Even at times that I can't have a hotspot and stuff, this thing is my lifeline. I carry this fucker around the house. Okay, not everywhere. But generally speaking, this is one of the ways I deal with stuff is on here. And now I'm losing everything just so I can get rid of this one thing. And I don't even know if it'll get rid of it. It is literally just the only thing that I could conceivably do right now. All of my avenues are blocked. I cannot F8 and get into that stuff to start in safe mode, to start the processes to manually get rid of it. And it's a long ass process. It's more tedious than anything else, but you can. But then I also can't download the tools, which is what I tried first, but then it wouldn't let me. It was just perpetually downloading, and what it was doing is it was overloading my system so that it wouldn't have any room to do anything. It wouldn't have any room to download. It wouldn't have any bandwidth. It was overloading my hardware, which isn't hard because I have crappy hardware. It's just enough to do exactly what I need it to do, but no more than that. And it's gonna freeze up at times doing what I need it to do too. But I deal with it because computers are expensive. And God, I fixed this thing so many times. This is the cheapest piece of crap I've ever owned as far as computer goes. And I don't mean cheap as in price either, because I've built my own computer before. I mean, this goddamn thing is crap. Me and my grandfather, we used to build desktops, and you take some canned air to this keyboard. We used to build desktops, and we would put together parts, and they weren't supposed to go together, but we would figure it out, and we would make them go together, and we would make just a Frankenstein computer. And a lot of people today will tell you, no, parts from this and this can't go together. And I'm like, if you know how, you can put just about anything together. There's a workaround for that. So there's actually no limit to what you can do, but companies would like you to think otherwise. Because they want you to pay premium rates for their different parts. They don't want anyone else to possibly make money off of their hardware not functioning properly or needing a repair. So they're kind of shit like that. But this is a piece of shit. I have never seen a more fragile piece of hardware my entire fucking life. This thing is made out of the cheapest plastic possible. It is already coming apart, just on its own, just from regular use. Nothing extreme at all. It does not travel because the one time it did, I couldn't, I had taken it in a big computer bag, and the computer bag had extra padding in it. I had extra stuff in here. Padding, stuff to keep it stiff, so that it didn't, bend and stuff. It still managed to get a small crack on the edge, and I just didn't take it after that. My keyboard has dead spots in it. This thing is only 5 years old, and it's not seen anything anything spilled on it or anything. It's just The mouse doesn't work the way that it's supposed to. The touch mouse, the keyboard, is dead spots in it. I have never seen this happen to any piece of hardware that before. Like, I've owned some pretty cheap shit as far as price goes, but this is some cheap ass shit. And not only that, but it has so much bloatware on it. It's like it doesn't even want you to use it. I had to like specially disable a lot of shit. I hate fucking Acer. The tablet I had was also Acer. I hate Acer. It got a system update and it bricked. The literal only reason that I have this is because I had no choice. Acer, the company you only go to when you have no choice. This is the cheapest piece of crap I have ever worked with. The most fragile piece of plastic ever. And it's not even light, as far as like you would think. But yeah, it should be lighter than it is, but it's not. The frame is not even a good frame. I don't even know what to say about this. Literally, if I had had a choice, I would have even dealt with an HP and their fan problems. At least I know workarounds for that. Every brand has their ups and their downs. The only thing that this one has is that it's cheap in price. But it's even cheaper in everything else. And it's not designed to last, and they have absolutely no regard for anything else as far as what it's going to have to handle. So this was actually set up with Windows 8 whenever I got it. And that was like the absolute maximum that the system could handle. And then it forced updated me, even though I didn't even have it on automatic updates, up to Windows 10. I was one of those people. And I actually discovered, going in the system, that even though I uninstalled it, they had still saved a profile on me in Windows 10. Windows 10 doesn't completely uninstall. It saves something like in a ghost of a file somewhere. And that's one of the things, it's one of the many sorts of things that why I'm not sure that this is even going to work. At the very least, it will take my fucking files off, at least most of them. I mean, the thing of it is that they're so intent on data collection that they often leave stuff behind so that they can pick it up. What they seem not to realize is that if they can do that, there's a way to get into it. Obviously they have to, and their programs have to. What I mean is, there's a way for someone who's not supposed to get into it. And Windows 8 and Windows 10 have the biggest nightmares I have ever seen as far as the privacy policy. And even Google cannot outdo them in the nightmare. And Google has a pretty big nightmare as far as the privacy policy goes. And that company that just took over Yahoo and Tumblr, they also have a nightmare of a privacy policy that does not act, and people think that like you're opting out on the browser and stuff. You are not actually stopping them from collecting your information. The option is how they use it. Are they going to throw it back in your face? It is for the illusion of getting to tell them to fuck off. You're not actually getting to tell them to fuck off. How's that for you? And here's another thing, like the UK and all that, they have laws to protect people's data. and where companies have to be some level of clear about things, and there has to be options. They have to be clearly able to opt out, blah, blah, blah. America doesn't have this. Some companies have straight up created a separate, like, user agreement just for us, because there is nothing in place that stops them from doing this. Literally nothing. Oh, and our president took off what little stopped, like, cell phone providers and stuff from doing that. You know, using who we talk to, any sort of data that goes through the phones at all, to do stuff on us. I hate you, Trump. I just hate you. I hate Obama, too. But I hate you for this. You have, like, no humanity left in you. I mean, how could you wish, like, this thing on it? I'm not even a Democrat. I'm a fucking Republican. I fucking hate you. Are you even human? Do you have a soul? I grew up with that crap where they tell us that Republicans are for... No, I am a conservative because I believe that the government should be smaller, not because I hate people. That would be the political crap that's supposed to divide us. There's times online I don't state my political party, and I don't start flinging political party like it's an insult. So people actually have mistaken me for a Democrat because I have compassion. Also because I'm not racist. And I'm usually against racist policies. But that's the thing. Whenever you do this, what you do is you confuse it. Conservatives are for smaller government and think that basically they need to get out of our business. Obviously, Trump is only conservative whenever it suits him, because he completely supports everything being in our business whenever it makes him money, which is not how you run a country. He's doing it wrong. He's not representing what the people want. He's representing what a very small group of people want, who happen to own multi-billion-dollar companies. The people that he's supposed to be representing, everyone else, don't want this. And he's not representing us. So yes, we hate him. Go jump off a bridge. Go ahead, search my internet history, I know what's gonna happen. Just like it did with Obama, whenever some girl said something offhand on Twitter, of all things. No, don't really go jump off a bridge, because then I would feel bad. You know, because I actually have a soul. The stuff, though, that is happening to the immigrants coming in, the kids, that's actually been what happens to the unaccompanied kids for a while, though. And you're expecting decency from a state that literally takes kids from citizens, claiming that they will eventually do something, and has repeatedly been told by the Supreme Courts, you can't lie to take kids. You can't keep kids from their parents based on notions of what might eventually happen. And the fact of the matter is that if you don't have the money to even go get to the Supreme Court, to even like make somebody care enough to push through, you can't even get there. Most cases never get there. They don't even get to appeals. They just, because there's so much in place to just obstruct you from being able to do that, to violate your right to due process. So most people that they do this to are lower or middle class, or lower middle class, or just straight middle class. If you are in that 1% of rich people, or if you are extremely well off, and well off enough that you can travel different places and just be like, nah, the world's fine. Guess what? I hate you. Not really. But you're out of touch with what it's like for basically the rest of us. Arizona is a shit state as far as this stuff goes. They even have like where people have literally lost their kids saying that they are below a certain income, and even though their family has everything that they need, they've just taken their kids for that. Arizona is a state where they will basically take your kids for anything, and they will stand there and they will tell you, we don't want to take your kids. And there are very few people who actually mean that. Usually what I find that people mean nowadays whenever I become involved with something like this is, we really don't want to risk that you're secretly recording this, which I am. Even if they think that I'm not, there are layers in place. So, I'm not that stupid, and neither is Gene. But once upon a time, I didn't learn that until, things were already happening. So, this is Arizona, the state of bad things, as far as I'm concerned. And Trump obviously has no interest in making it better.